Welcome to your weekend focus, April the 9th and the 10th, 2022. My name is Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you. Thank you truly for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. I send it right back to you. We have the 9 energy. We'll start there. The 9 energy is about releasing, letting go, clearing the path so that you can invite in new things into your life. So we see what is hindering us, what's pulling us down, what's weighing us down. Maybe it's an obligation, a commitment, a habit, a behavior, a person, an environment, whatever it may be for us. We see where we need to remove that from our lives in order to make space for the new things in our life. We understand that the two can't go hand in hand, that it's one or the other, and we make the decision to go forward. If we do the daily numerology for the 9th, it is a 19. That's the I am. So make your affirmations about I am and something that you want in the future. Make it so that it's in the present in your statement. I am. I am rich. I am loved. I am courageous. I am strong. I am a doctor. I am a nurse. I am. 1 + 9 is a 10. That tells us that things are changing in our life, transforming, and we do already know that April is a very transformative month, and the energy will be shifting continually throughout the month of April for us, right up until that solar eclipse. So we know that there's new energy coming in. There's beautiful energy around the corner. The seasons are changing. The new page is being written. 1 + 0 is a 1, so I am. Absolutely. Now we go to the Sunday, which is the 10th. So we've talked about the 10 a little bit. And plus, whenever you have a number like 10, 20, 30, the number is amplified by the 0, by the God essence, the God force, the God energy that is behind it. So it amplifies that energy so much more. The I am for Saturday, and then the daily I am for Sunday. So it's really it's a weekend where I am is very powerful. Now, even to make it more powerful, if we do the numerology of Sunday's day, it is an 11. So that is the illuminator. That is the teacher. That's about making a commitment to ourselves. That's about turning our focus towards our goals, our dreams, our desires. And when we do this and we make the commitment, and we also cut away everything that, or at least something that hinders us, we can see very quick results. Under the 11, under a new moon energy, my goodness. With the 1 there, so yes, life can change on a dime today. Something can happen. Or it's preparing you for something that will be happening very, very soon in your life. So think about your goals. Think about the I am and what you want that statement to represent, who you are going forward. We have the sun in Aries all weekend. We have the moon in, I believe it's in Cancer until Sunday around lunchtime. And then it'll move into Leo, so we'll be a little bit more gregarious or something once the Sunday afternoon comes around. We want to have a little bit more fun, and it's a fire energy, so we'll be motivated to start our new beginnings, step into something new, start a new project. What else is happening? I think we've had an entire week pretty well of harmony in the sky. I think it's all been harmony in the sky, but now this weekend, Mercury and Pluto are having a little bit of a tiff in the sky. So we could have some intense interactions with other people. We don't want to coerce anybody or bully anybody, use any kind of that kind of energy, because we will end up being in fights and arguments and it's also, though, Mercury not getting along with Pluto, we research a little bit more. We investigate a little bit more. We can scratch a surface a little bit deeper, or scratch through the surface to something deeper. Awareness can come in. Clarity can come in. A mystery is unfolded. So about 2 cards here. Wheel of Fortune, Page of Swords. Look at that. The Wheel of Fortune is the 10 card. Page of Swords with it. The Page of Swords tells us that we are very intuitive. The veil is very thin. Talk to God, your angels, your spirit guides. Absolutely. It also represents that we can just do something without really thinking it through. And we have to be careful of that kind of energy. If we've thought it through and it's a good idea, this is definitely the energy to go for it. But if we haven't thought it through, we need to think it through. We can't just jump on the boat, jump on the plane, jump on the train, jump in the car and go. We want to think about if that is the right move for us and does it match the energy that we're trying to step into. Okay, we'll put those ones back in the deck, give it another shuffle or two before more come out. And I think this weekend is also the first quarter of the moon. So this is usually the time where we've tried something new or something different and now something's blocked us or something's gotten in the way. We see where the holdup is. We get that clarity. We get that understanding. It's scratching the surface a little bit this weekend and understanding what is working against us and what is working with us and how we can go with the flow to where we want to go, where we need to be, perhaps. Bottom card is, look at this, the Hangman. Thinking it through, being in the now, giving up control over certain things. Sometimes we just have too much on our plate and it's not necessary. You don't need those responsibilities. You don't need those obligations. Some of them we do. Some of them we have to stand by. Others, somebody else could do it. Come on. Page of Wands. Page of Wands was in Fridays. I believe it was the first card. So we're still in this kind of energy of thinking about what we truly want to bring into our lives. How are we going to decorate that landscape, our tomorrow? It's very blah. It's very, we can add one flower to it and it looks 100% better. One blade of grass. Give it a little bit of color. So it says we don't really need to do a lot. We just need to do something. And we can grow from that little something that we do. It doesn't all happen in a day. This is about giving pause, asking for help, guidance, protection, love, answers, knowledge, clarity, and giving thanks for where we truly stand in this moment. Our next card, oh my gosh, it's the Hermit. You saw me shuffle these cards, so. The Hermit is back saying, okay, here you are in the now. Just like the Hangman said, here you are in the now. So we're going to sit, we're going to breathe, we're going to think it through, we're going to meditate, we're going to contemplate on what we want to really step towards. And we will formulate answers, we'll formulate strategies, we'll formulate a plan so that we can actually do those things going forward. I wonder what the next card is. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at this. King of Pentacles sits right in the middle. All the abundance you want can be yours, but you have to think it through. The King of Pentacles is a risk taker, but he is an educated risk taker. So once again, it's the cards are leaning towards, all the energy is leaning towards thinking it through. Taking the information that you have, maybe scratching the surface to a little bit more information and understanding truly what you are saying yes to and what you're saying no to in your small decisions and your large decisions. I mean, our crown is a living vine there. So it's about thinking a little bit outside the box too, being open to new ideas, new ways of doing, being, becoming. We have the Magician next. Oh my goodness, we haven't seen the Magician in a while, but the Magician is here to say, what do you want? I will send it up to the heavens and it will come back to you as a reality. So what do you want? And are you willing to work for it? Are you willing to say, you know what, if I get no help whatsoever, I'm still going after it because it is a dream of mine, it's a passion of mine, it's a want of mine. So the magician is here to bring in the magic, to make you understand that there is magic all around you. And our last card is the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is knowing that we have to walk away from some of the things that we really enjoy in our lives. Maybe we have to give them up short term in order to have them back long term. So if you're trying to save for a down payment for a house, then you have to cut out on the big fancy dinners out, or the drinks after work out, or maybe grabbing that coffee every day. Maybe you could brew a pot of coffee or a single cup of coffee for yourself instead of paying something, and then you tip them, and then, oh, I might as well get a sandwich or a donut, or, and all of a sudden, or a paper or whatever it may be, or they've got this little display case, and wow, that mug looks shiny and new and nice, I want to drink out of that. You have to pull that all back so that once you have your house, your foundation, now you can and what will happen is you won't want that coffee out anymore with that donut or that newspaper or that mug that you saw that was so shiny and new. You'll want the new carpet, the pictures on the wall, the beautiful drapes, the table, the really cool stove you've been looking at, whatever it may be, right? Because you're going to fill that house, and you're going to fill that house with joy and love, and your perceptions will change to what you truly want to spend your money on. So there are some things that we do love, and it could be a person. It could be a person that's holding you back, that has held you back and said you shouldn't do that, or that was, you were kind of fitting into their mode more than what you wanted to do. It doesn't mean that person's gone forever. It means they're taking a back seat so that you can go forward in some way. It could be an environment. It could be in order to go after your dream job, you have to give up that very satisfying paycheck every week on what you were doing now and going after something new and different. Maybe you've fallen in love, but nobody approves. But your heart is saying yes. Well, sometimes we have to step away from the people we love in order to, and there's beautiful stories out there of people who had the courage to step away from something they loved or someone they loved or an environment they loved in order to step forward with the person they loved. And they have 40, 50, 60, 70 years together. Beautiful stories. So there's a courage here and there's a sacrifice here. And usually, because we had the hangman, did we not? Yeah, we had the hangman. Usually there's some kind of sacrifice that we're willing to give. We're okay with that. Because we know what the goal is. We know what the desire is. And we know that we must walk away from something in order to obtain the something new. And we're okay with that. Okay, we'll get an affirmation card here. So, research. Ask questions. You want to know how to have a relationship last 50 years? Go to a senior's home and talk to some of those beautiful couples of how they made it so far. Because there are couples in the senior's home. And listen to their stories. You want to be president of a company? Then go and talk to some presidents of the company. People love talking about themselves. You just phone and say, hey, listen, I want to go this way in my life, and you've already done it. I'd love to just talk to you for like 15 minutes. I've got a load of questions for you. If I could just have 15 minutes of your time, I'll buy the coffee. Maybe you want to lose weight, then find out how other people have lost weight and what some of the challenges were that they went through so that you can avoid those challenges. That you can do the smart thing the first time around because they walked through it the hard way by not having the advice. by not having the knowledge, by not having the clarity. Okay. Those cards really needed a shuffle. Potential. Think big for your future. Understand your potential. For goodness sakes, we really just scratched the surface of our potential for the most part. And what if we just dug a little bit deeper and realized our true potential and what we could manifest, create, invent, step into if we desired, if we made that choice? You know, I was talking, maybe you like getting 8 hours sleep every night, but maybe you need to open up a window of time for yourself so that you can dedicate it to learning something or taking a course or crafting something, or in order to really step into that new tomorrow. So you give up that sleep time a little bit for a while so that you can actually excel, and then you get the sleep back because you've excelled at that point. Understanding your potential. Tapping into your potential. Thinking big for your future. So, our creative and mental powers carry great potential. Any plans you may have to expand your horizons are underway and everything is progressing steadily. Think and plan outside your limitations. Remain open-minded as there are more possibilities and opportunities than you can see at this point. This could be study, a business venture, could be travel, a relationship. Be ready to take on the challenges with the think big attitude. Empower yourself with more development and self-exploration. The mantra is, my visions and goals take me beyond my current limitations. My visions and goals take me beyond my current limitations. So it's breaking through that glass ceiling. And oftentimes it's the glass ceiling that we put in place. So it's understanding that and knowing your potential and breaking through that glass ceiling and going after that. Is it the brass ring, the gold ring, some ring? Going towards your happily ever after. Absolutely. Okay, look at this. Eye on the prize. Eye on the prize. What a fitting card to end it all off. Eye on the prize with our vultures here. So release goals and vision. In order to land your dream life, you need to make a conscious effort to visualize it happening. I rest my case. However, keeping your eye on the prize does take practice. It's all about getting rid of misconceptions about yourself, giving up emotional baggage, and putting a new belief system into place. Vulture tells you that you've waited long enough to gain the life you want. You've spent time wasted looking at what everybody else has. Maybe spent too much time wishing instead of doing. It's now time for you to create short-term goals along with long-term goals. Make yourself accountable by writing your goals down. It helps to keep the vision of what you want in clear sight. Pick up projects from the past. Make an effort to finish them. Completion helps open doors for new projects instead of cluttering the path. That's very much that 9 energy we were talking about at the very beginning of the reading. These projects can be as little as rearranging your cabinets, cleaning your garage, sparkling up your resume, and sending it out. Spend some time reflecting and bring about conclusions. Think of it as time farmers harvest their crops and prepare the land for next season. You too have to prepare your mind, body, and soul for the same. Visualize what you want to have happen, and then keep your eye on the prize. And it does take practice. But with practice, becomes a strength, becomes a knowing, becomes a confidence that you can have that prize. So keep your eye on the prize. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.